this is Russ. Got another bike for you guys to look at. This one's a little bit different. Take a look at this one. This is the new Segway Myon. Segway Myon. This one is definitely different. It's got a lot of things on it. Let's just take a quick overview of it. How's that first? Let you admire it first, okay? That's an interesting bike. So what makes it so interesting? Well, at first glance it says, well, it's just like any other bike, but it isn't. It really isn't. So Segway reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing their bike. And I said to them, I says, okay, we can do that. What would you like me to do? They said, do what you normally do. Yeah, they said, do whatever you normally do. Give us an honest review. You like it, let them know that you like it. You don't like it, let them know that you don't like it. So yeah, that immediately made me say, yes, okay, send it over. Yeah, it's an interesting bike. Now, some of you may have already seen some reviews of this, but I'm going to give you my take on it as well. So why was I interested in seeing this? Well, the funny part is that in February, I went to a dealer show in the Chicago area, as you know, and I had a chance to talk to the people over at Segway, and I took a look at their bikes, and I said, wow, they have some pretty interesting things. But I didn't think much of it other than that. I didn't ask them for a bike. They didn't offer me a bike. We were just kind of saying hello and giving our pleasantries. And then later on, I get this email asking if I'd be interested in reviewing the bike. And I said, yeah, okay. Yeah, send it over. I kind of saw it over at the show. I didn't show it much on the video that I did of the show, but it definitely got my interest. But as usual, I don't usually go out and ask for bikes. I just wait until companies contact me. So when they contacted me, I immediately said, yes, okay, I will do this one. So why is it different? It's got so much stuff on it, I don't even know where to start. I've had the bike for about 2 weeks now. Haven't started it because I had other things I had to get done first. And I finally got a chance to get to it. And then I had an issue. Okay, what issue do you have? Well, like in many bikes, there's a lock code, right? If you put a lock code on the bike, you can't unlock the bike and use it unless you know the unlock code. And it kept asking me to put in my code. And I didn't have a code. I never put one in. I couldn't ride the bike. It locked it all up. In reality, what it was asking me to do was create a code. So after I contacted Segway, I said, what's up with this unlock code? I didn't put anything in. It says, you got to create one. So I went and created it, and we unlocked the bike. Yeah. So I was able to take it out. Okay. So that was the first thing. I says, well, okay. Do I have to keep putting the unlock code in all the time? And the answer is no. It's got technology that allows me to be able to walk right up to it and let it unlock itself. Okay. Or you can put the unlock code, either way you want to do it, in case you don't have your phone with you, because it is driven by a lot of software. Okay. A lot of firmware, I should say. Yeah. So that was the first thing. And then I was riding the bike as I was testing it, as I usually do. And I had unlocked it to 28 miles per hour, class 3. So I found it had a lot of pep. Yeah, it has a lot of pep. You push that pedal and it goes, okay? So I says, okay, I'm gonna throttle a little bit. No throttle. Totally dead. No throttle, no matter what I did. So I reached out to Segway again. I says, I can't get this thing to throttle. So they asked me, are you on class 3 or class 2? I was on class 3. Well, the true definition of class 3 is 28 miles per hour pedaled with 0 throttle. And that's exactly what the Segway puts into their bike. They follow exactly the letter of the law. Now, as we know, some bikes will give you 20 miles per hour with 28. That's actually skating the law. Yes, Segway doesn't do that. Segway gives you exactly what the definition of the law is. So if you put it on class 3, you can pedal to class 3. You can't throttle to class 3, 28 miles per hour, that is. You have no throttle. So if you were ever stopped on your class 3 bike asking if you were truly class 3, this bike would pass. Yeah, throttle is totally disengaged. All right, what else does this thing have? Well, let me show you. Yeah, it's got a loud alarm. It has a loud alarm. Now you might say other bikes have alarms, not this loud. This thing is loud. Yeah, and it'll send you a notification to your phone. Let me see my phone. What does it say here? It says abnormality alert. An abnormal movement or vibration alarm occurs on your vehicle. Please check immediately. So no matter where you are, you get a notification on your phone telling you that somebody's messing with your bike. Okay, well, could they steal the bike? No, it's locked. The wheels are locked. The wheels are totally locked. So not only does it give you an alarm, it locks the bike. You can't wheel this away. Yeah, it locks up the bike. So when they say it's anti-theft, this is truly anti-theft. Yeah, most bikes that claim anti-theft aren't really anti-theft. You know what it is? Gives you a little ding, 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 and you just wheel away the bike. Well, this one, you're gonna have to pick it up and walk away with it if you're gonna do that, okay? So yeah, I could leave this bike wherever I wanna leave it, and unless these guys are strong enough to pick it up and walk away and run away with it, they're not stealing it. I would still use a lock, but come on, look at this. I'm gonna try to push this bike now, okay? I cannot push this bike. Look, I'm pushing like crazy. I can't, the wheels are locked up. Yeah, it's kind of loud, right? But this is true anti-theft, in my opinion. All right, what else does it have? A whole bunch of other things. A whole bunch of other things, okay? If you look over here too, I don't know if you can see it, but it says abnormal movement detected, has been reported to the owner. Tells you on the screen, hey, you're in trouble. I'm gonna show you more of this stuff inside. I know it's hard to see sometimes in the bright sun here, but look at this layout. There's controls all over the place here. So let's unlock it. How do you do it? Well, if I push the button on the top here, it's gonna ask me for unlock codes. I guess I pushed it too many times and now it's locked up. It won't let me even push the button to start it. Yeah, it's truly unlocked. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull up my app, my Segway app. So let's pull up the Segway app here, Segway Mobility. And then I know you can't see this, but I'm gonna slide to unlock it. And once I do that, okay, it says short press start button. We're unlocked. Hear that clicking? Yeah, we're unlocked. I can move the bike, you see? I can now move the bike. So if you have the ability to unlock it because you have the app, your app is paired up with this bike, you can unlock it and move. There's a lot of stuff on the app. We'll look at that inside, okay? Too hard to see in my phone. I'm gonna leave it that way. So it's in the park mode right now. It has a big P there. The gears are electronic. It's telling me I've got gear 8 up right now, which is what the last gear was when I did it. They have 9 gears on this. So there's pedal assist levels, there's gears, and it's all electronically controlled. You can hear it, listen. Can you hear that? It's electronically changing as I'm moving this. There's pedal assist levels. This is pedal assist, this is on my right-hand side. Pedal assist levels from no pedal assist all the way up to 100% pedal assist, okay? It's electronically changing gears. This is your light, so it's your front headlight. This button up here is whatever you want to assign it to. So it has a little extra one that you can assign something to it. On this side, here's what you got. You got on-off button here. You got a horn or a bell. I mean, you can change the sounds through the app. This thing here will change the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but it's changing the information on the screen. It even has navigation. Yeah, they give you 1 year of free navigation. This does not have to lock into your phone. It will actually have its own navigation in here. It could actually play music. You have your music played through here. There's a quiet mode that you can use for transport so that the noise doesn't happen when you're transporting the bike on a bike rack, okay? And then you have turn signals. It's on the edge of the handlebar, but it's also in the front edge of the handlebar. Now there you go, front and rear turn signals. Hit it again, turns it off, or it'll turn off by itself if you neglect to do that. Here's the right side. Here's the right side. Is that cool or what? I've been asking for front and rear turn signals. It has it. It's on the ends of the bar. Okay, we'll just let it run. It'll shut itself off. Otherwise, push the button, it'll shut it off if you want to turn it off automatically, without it doing automatically. The one thing I did add is I added a side view mirror, as I typically do. This is the XWing mirror that I've been telling everyone about. It's a good one because it's nice and long, extends it further out. But if you want to do bar end mirrors, I guess you could do that. Pop these things out, I guess, or you might have to cut these things out in order to do that. It has hydraulic brakes, and it just says Segway hydraulic brakes with 180 millimeter rotors. Let me see if I can get down here so you can see that. Front and back, okay. It has a front suspension post right here, suspension fork, I'm sorry. No suspension seat post at the back, but there is a front suspension fork, and that is preload for left and right side. They have one on each side, okay. The battery is 48 volt, 15 amp hours, okay. When you undo the battery with the key, this is a cover that comes off, okay? And then inside is the actual battery. Let's go ahead and turn off the bike first. Push this button. It'll shut down in 3 seconds. Makes the nice little noises. Locks it all up. Okay, so there's a key hole right on the side here. Let's do that. Turn that. This cover will come off, okay? It's a plastic cover. And then the battery is right over here. You can pull that right out, okay? There's a charge port here, but there's also another charge port over here. So you could either charge it from here or charge it from there. Put the cover back on. So why do you need a cover on this thing? Well, here's why. Just push it in there, pull the key out, you're back in business here. If you transport your bike without the battery, let's say you want to put it on a bike rack and you want to lower the weight a little bit, and you take the battery out of there, well, having that cover will keep the electronics clean. You won't get all the road dust and dirt in there, so you have a cover. Yeah. You put the keys back on here. When you're parking your bike somewhere, don't leave your keys on the bike. I just do it because I have so many bikes. It's just a way for me to remember where everything is. Okay. Chain ring is totally covered with a plastic cover there, and you have Shimano cues for your derailleur. It is all electronic, like I said. It's all driven by the electronics up here. It's a 500 watt motor that peaks out at 1,500 watts. Don't be afraid that it's 500 watts. This thing has some power, surprising amount of power, okay? Comes with the rear rack. One extra thing I had them send me is this. This device down here is a radar system, okay? It's an option. It's about a $99 option, I believe. Once you attach this to it, then if cars come by, it'll signal you. It'll send you a little signal on the end over here, says somebody's on the left. On this side, it'll send you a thing that says somebody's on your right side. Or if they get too close and they think it's coming in faster than it should, it'll warn you there too. So it's an optional thing, but hey, I think it's worth the $99. You got everything else on this bike, you might as well get that too. There is also another option. You can get a bar that goes across here. I think that's probably what this is to attach to. That'll turn it into a step over bike if you want more rigidity. It's an option again, but again, I like my step through type designs. There's even an optional seat post you can buy. which will automatically drop. It's a dropper seat post, automatically drops when you slow down or when you stop. You can tell it which way you want to do. Push the button and it comes back up after that, but it'll automatically drop for you when it senses that you're stopping the bike. That's kind of cool. I don't have that one, but you can get one if you want one, okay? All right, what else does it have? Oh, fenders, yeah, comes with fenders. These are plastic fenders, which is perfectly fine with me, as you know. I like those. Yep, they're kind of like street tires on here. Yep, I'll put some graphics up so you can see how big it is. It is a through axle design on there. By the way, you don't build these bikes, okay? You don't build it. What they do is if you're interested in one of these bikes, let's say you put an order on the website, they will send you to the closest Segway dealer who will contact you. They will build the bike for you and have you come pick it up. Yeah, this particular bike I didn't build either. They actually built it for me and then sent it to me that way. I was kind of surprised. It was on a half pallet, and then it was strapped down. Well, actually, it was on a full pallet, and it was strapped down, totally built, and sent to me. I said, "Is this how you normally send your bikes?" He says, "No. Typically, we send the bikes to the dealers. The dealers will build it for them, and they come and get it." Now, if you're in an area that they don't have a dealer, or if you're in an area that's so remote that there are no dealers, they will make arrangements for you. But they will build the bike for you. Yeah, you don't have to build anything. So that's nice. All right, what's this color called? I think it's called suede blue, shoe suede blue. Kind of a twist of the words of blue suede shoes. Shoe suede blue, I think that's what they call it. And they have a gray one too. I don't know what they call that, I forgot. I'll put a graphic. Yeah, I told you, they said do whatever I want, so I'm doing whatever I'm wanting, okay? All right, let's take the bike out. Oh, headlight, sorry. Headlight's kind of cool. It'll automatically turn on when it senses. There's a sensing device right up here that lights up, so it'll basically know if it needs the light or not. There's a lot of stuff on this bike, I'm telling you. There's so much stuff on this bike. The question really is it a good bike as a bike per se, or is it just a bunch of bells and whistles? Well, let's take it out and let's see. Okay, I have unlocked the bike. Let me push the kickstand off of it. Let me step through it. Let me get on it. And let's get moving. So I have set this bike up for class 2 operation so that I have a throttle. That's important to remember. Let me angle our camera here so you can see what's going on. The display screen is a color display and it's bright enough for me to see. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's bright enough for me to see. Big numbers for the speedometer right in the middle. I'm currently at 81% battery power. It tells me what my assist levels are. So again, using the right-sided control pad, I can change my pedal assist levels. Let's get off of here first. Okay, so over here, right under here, if you listen, you might hear the gears shifting. It's an electronic shifter, okay? Shifting up, I'm on gear 7 right now. Gear 8, can you guys hear the click? Gear 9, yeah. I don't think you can ghost pedal this thing. So on the right side, like I said, this top button, you can program whatever you want on that one. This one here is your headlight. You see it dims this immediately, then the headlight will kick in. I don't think you guys can see it, it's too far down there. That's your headlight button. Turn it off. Let's go this way here. On this side, this is your gear shifter, okay? And then right below that is your pedal assist levels, okay? And then below that is your throttle. It's the right-handed throttle. The throttle is actually really nice. It has turning here. I put the turn signal on there. And it'll shut itself down. If I forget to do it, it'll shut itself off. So I'll just leave it for a little bit. Yeah, see, shut itself off. So on the left-hand side, power switch is up on top, okay? This button here is your horn. or bell, depending if you set up the sounds to sound like a bell or horn. You could even have it sound like a freight train if you wanted to. It's kind of cool. I don't think I'd do that. I think I'd scare people if I did that. This button here that's in red will toggle through the different menu items. We'll see the menu stuff when we go inside to look at it. And then below that is your turn signals. Left turn signal, right turn signal. So you use your left thumb to do that. They give you a traditional bell too, in case you don't want to push the button. Brakes work really well. It's a fast stop, so hydraulic brakes do a good job. I had this set for class 3. I wanted to see how fast this thing does it. And it'll do 28 miles per hour, no problem. Don't be afraid of the 500 watts. In fact, I kind of like the fact that it's 500 watts because it doesn't eat up as much battery power that way then. And it'll peak to 1500 anyway, so if you need it, it's there. Oh, price. How much is this thing? $1,999.99. Does it have 99 cents? I don't know, take a look. I'll check it out. But yeah, just under $2,000. Is it worth it? I would say it is. Yeah, I would say it is. This bike has so much technology on it, it might scare you. Yeah, because people who are not really technology oriented might look at this and say, this is too much. Okay, I can understand that. See, many of the traditional bikes would have your pedal assist levels on the left side, and then your gear shifting will be on the right side. This is all on one area, okay? Which, if you think about it, actually makes sense. But a lot of them can't do it because they have trigger shifters that take up a lot of space. And, but the pedal assist and everything, I mean, it's all electronically driven on this small little thing, so it doesn't take much room. So that gives them the space on the left side to do all the other stuff. So yeah. And I still have enough space to put a mirror on here. I don't have to go to the bar ends if I don't want. And I've got a nice mirror on the side to be able to see. And I've got the radar detector on the back too. If some car tries to pass me, I'll know it because it'll light up the little light. If somebody's on the right-hand side, it'll light up this little light. If a car comes up too fast towards me and says a car's coming your way, it's gonna warn me about that, right? I'm going really slow here. I see a car behind me right now. Let's see what happens. Light lit up. The light lit up and told me there's something there. Yeah. So that's the radar. Yep. All right, let's go forward here. We'll wait our turn. Okay, let me give you some riding footage here so you can see what I look like while I'm riding the bike. There's plenty of seat post height on here, so I can get my full leg extension if I want it. And of course I want it. So yeah, as a bike by itself, I'm kind of impressed. Yeah, it rides very well. I'm a torque sensor right now, so the harder I press, the faster I go, but I won't go past the pedal assist won't assist me past 20 miles an hour because I'm set up for class 2. If I want to go faster, I have to set it to class 3, but then you lose the throttle. It's something to consider. I need the throttle. I do. For me, I need the throttle because I don't have the strongest leg, as you know, and my knee was replaced and everything. Got bad hips and everything like that. So I kind of need the throttle. So I will be leaving this on class 2. But if I need speed and I don't mind not having a throttle, I can set it up for pure class 3 operation if I decide to do that. Yeah. I do hear the motor, but it's a subtle motor. It's not very loud. You hear the clicking, you know, of course, because you got gears back there. So if you're coasting, like I'm coasting right now, you hear it. It's a nice bike. Yeah, I like it. I like it. If I didn't think it had a potential, I would not have taken it in. But after checking into it and seeing all the things that it had, let's put the turn signal on here. There's a whole bunch of bikes. They're all going in one direction here. Okay, our turn to go too. Okay, we're gonna pass all these guys here. Because they're on regular bikes, they can only go so fast. We're gonna go the other direction, pass them up. All right, so anyway, should you get one of these bikes? Here's who I think would be interested in a bike like this. If you want technology, in addition to a good looking bike and a good performing bike, this would be a bike for you, okay? If you like anti-theft, this would be a bike for you. If you like front and rear turn signals that automatically turn off for you, and signals in front and back, this would be the bike for you, okay? If you like the name Segway, this would be the bike for you, all right? Yeah, Segway's well known. I mean, everyone knows who Segway is. It's a good performing bike. Yeah, I have to admit, I was skeptical whether it would actually be a good bike besides a technology-driven bike, but it is actually a very good performing bike. It rides really well. I have no problems with the electronics here. I'll add some pedal assist level for me here, make it easier for myself. I'm currently on gear 8, but I can change it. Yeah, I'm using my right thumb. I don't feel any ghost pedaling going on. I've got up to 9 gears in order to get some pressure onto the pedals for me, make it a little more resistance for me to pedal up. Yeah, I seem to like 8 more so than anything. You know, I can keep pedaling and I don't even feel tired. Yeah, good bike. Good job, Segway. Yeah, they have other models too. Check out their other models if you're interested. I'll put a link to them for you. So if you're interested, just use the link I have in the description of the video to get there and buy a bike if you want. Like I said, you're not gonna have to build it. They're gonna build it for you. Build it for you, have you pick it up, or they'll work out an arrangement to get it to you if you're in some remote area. So I know a number of YouTubers have already reviewed this bike. I think it came out around CES time, so that would probably be, what, January, February time period, something like that. So it's been out for a little bit, but it's new for me, could be new for you. Little kids on a little push scooter. Yeah, I would recommend this bike. Yeah, it's got enough stuff on there to keep technology-driven people interested, and it's a good performing bike too. Yeah. Yeah, navigation system. You can have music playing through here for you. Yeah, they give you a 1-year subscription. After that, then you'd have to pay for it and to get navigation stuff if you want to continue using that. But I have it for the 1 year for now. I don't know if I'll pay for it afterwards. It's our decision afterwards, but we don't ride usually past the same general areas we're usually here anyway. So, yeah, see, now I didn't turn the turn signal on. I should have turned the turn signal on. I got to get used to doing that. Got to get used to doing that. Yeah. The saddle is your typical saddle, nothing special. It's not bad, it's not great. Okay. So I might change the saddle out, but other than that, I don't think there's much else other than putting a side view mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe a cell phone mount if you want to do that. You can put a cell phone mount on your handlebar. But in general, I'm impressed. Yeah. Yeah, is it for everyone? Maybe not. You know, some people say, why paying so much money for all this electronic stuff? But if you're a electronic junkie, this would be the bike. I don't think I've seen this much technology on a single bike before. Maybe others have it, but not to this extent, I don't think. It's got a lot of stuff. I'm really impressed with the anti-theft. I really am. When the first time I actually took it and I tried to move my bike, I couldn't move it. It locked itself up. I says, I can't even budge this bike. Now that is anti-theft, okay? Short of locking your bike to something, that's the closest you're gonna get. It'll lock the wheels and make a loud, loud horn sound, and it keeps going. You try to move it again, keeps going on that horn. Oh, what if someone steals the battery? You can turn it off. No, if there's an internal battery in there too. I took the battery off of this thing and it kept going. I couldn't stop the thing. Yeah, I asked them about it and they says, yeah, there's a secondary battery in there to keep the security system running. I mean, they thought of everything. They thought of everything. Yep, you can't steal this bike. Well, you could. You could steal it with all the noise going on and lifting it up and put it on a pickup truck or something like that. But other than that, you know, the casual thief can't just roll it away. So, all right, anyways, if you like this bike, you want to get one, use the affiliate link in my description of the video. That helps me out. And then hit the like and subscribe button. Stay tuned. I'm going to go over the stuff that's inside the menu of the bike so you can see how that works. I'll show you some of the stuff on the app. We're not done with this review yet, okay? Stay tuned. All right, let me show you real quickly how the Segway Myon works in terms of using the app, all right? So I'm going to turn on the Segway app, and you'll see there's a bunch of information that's here, but I'm going to use this to turn on the bike. So I'm going to slide this control here. It says slide to unlock. The minute I do that, it will give me an option on the bike, and it wants me to press the start button, and then you can hear it kicks in. All right. Now there's another option too, where you can just walk up to the bike and then it will basically unlock for you. I haven't done that yet. So that is another option. It's called AirLock 3.0. Okay. Now there's a lot of different things that's on the app and also directly on the bike itself. So let's take a look at some of the things on the bike first, and then we'll take a look at the app. All right. So on the bike, you have controls on the left-hand side and controls on the right-hand side. On the left, you have a power switch up on the top here. You have a bell over here. Okay, you can change the sound of the bell. You could have a standard bell like this, or you can have it sound like a locomotive, or you can have it sound like a horn if you wanted to. So you can do that within the app. It'll change it. This control here will change the features of the display screen. So there's a lot of different things in there. So you have the display screen defaults initially to the time, to the Bluetooth. It tells you what gear you're on. I'm in gear 8 right now. We are in parked position. This is 63% of the battery power. You have assist levels, low, medium, and high, and that's all controlled on this side. Okay, so you can change the assist levels with this control on the right. Okay. Your gears are actually controlled up here too, since I'm over here on the right. There's a little red button here. If you move this, you can hear this actually. Okay. So you can hear the gears shifting with this. It's an electronic shifter. This button here is your light. Okay, so you can turn on your front headlight. The button on top is an extra button you can program for something else if you like. And like I said, on this left and right is your pedal assist levels. Your throttle is down over here, okay? And there are lights that light up right here and right here. And that's for your radar. So if you have the optional radar, which I do on my bike, if somebody comes close on the left-hand side, this light on this side will light up. If they're on the right, this side will light up. And if they get too close, then you'll get a warning for that too, okay? So going back on this side, on the left, you have turn signals. So on the bottom left, this would be the turn signal for the left. And this is for, well, let me show it to you on the right. I think it's easier. Let's go to the right side. Move my camera a little bit here so you can see that. Yeah, so this is a side-mounted turn signal. It's in the front and in the back. Okay, so as long as your hand's not in the way, you should be fine. And it will automatically cancel as well if you forget to turn it off. After a certain amount of time, it will cancel itself out. Otherwise, if you're on, you could cancel it by just pushing it a second time. Okay, and that'll cancel it out. All right. This red button on the left here, if you move it to the side, it has more information: average speeds, trips, your trip meter, your battery mileage, how many miles you're expected you're going to be able to get still, calories, cadence. Navigation can be done here too. They give you 1 year's of navigation, so it does have its own GPS. And after a year, if you want to continue with the GPS that goes on your screen, then you pay for the service at that point, or you can skip it if you don't want to do it. This will play the music from your phone, but it'll play it here on your bike, and you can actually control all that stuff on your bike as well. And then there's a quiet mode. This is so if you're repairing your bike, or if you want to transport it on a rear rack of a bike rack on a car, it'll shut down all of the alarm systems and everything like that, so it's not making noise while it's bouncing around while you're traveling. Okay. All right. So let's look at the app again. Let me turn the app back over here. Now there's a whole bunch of things. I'm not going to go over everything, but I'll just kind of show you real quickly what it says. Electric assist settings. It says working here. This is the on-off here. More features. All right. Let's see if we can get into some of this. So you hit more features. You got security mode, light effect, sound effects, unlocking passcodes, dashboard settings, quick features, auto park. Well, it'll put it into the park mode after 60 seconds. If the bike isn't moving, it'll automatically put it into park position. Imperial, or if you want to change this to metric, you can change it to metric, but here in the United States, we're in Imperial mode. Electric assist settings, where you can set the power assist sensitivities, hill climbing compensation. There's a lot of things on here. I'm not kidding. E-shifter settings. So again, this is electronic shifting. So when you're working over on this side here, when you're changing your shift, it is all electronic, and you can change how that is affected. There's a reset, battery settings, smart peripheries. So this is, if you have the radar, which we do have the rear radar, this is where you connect everything here. And then in that, it'll show you that it'll show blind spot lanes. So if somebody's on the left or on the right, or even rear collision warning. So you can turn that on. So if anyone comes too close with their car, it'll let you know. Device info, Segway Mobility Labs. So there's a lot of features in the app, and that's just part of it. There's a lot more stuff in here. I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm just going to tell you that there's a lot of things that you can do on this bike that you don't see on most bikes, and they all work. That's the interesting thing. All right. Anyways, well, thank you so much to Segway for giving me the opportunity to try their bike out. I am very impressed with the bike as a bike, and also with all the technology that's on there. If you want one of these bikes, go ahead and use the affiliate link that's inside the description of my video, and hit the like and subscribe button too. I'll talk to you guys next time.